we'll have one place for anyone coming in, but I guess they'll stay behind. So before starting, I'll just say a few things about peripheral attention. So I'm doing this sound bath from a very scientifically skeptical position, which is my personal one. So I'm not talking about energies, healing, or none of that, but instead about psychological processes and capacities. And the way I see it is that we have a frustrated focus. So what I'm saying is that distraction is not the opposite of focus. The opposite of focus is peripheral attention. Okay, and this is something that you can, if you practice peripheral attention, which is a lot of meditation practices evolve around it, then it balances the focus and it gets less frustrated and more strong and more self-contained, rather than just disparate and dispersive and all the rest. So the idea, I'll first just give you a brief visual metaphor. So for example, if you look at the palm tree while the wind is blowing, or maybe the side of the mountain, what you can attempt to do is not look at a given feature, but stare straight ahead of you and just try to see how the things are moving in the periphery. So I'm looking straight maybe at the water tanks, but actually what I'm observing is not what I'm looking at. I'm trying to observe the motion in the periphery. Okay, so that's one gateway to practicing peripheral attention. You can do it with the curtain as well. So everything that has a lot of detail, right, you can attempt to do this. And that's probably an easier one. Slightly more difficult is to do it with the sound. Okay, but we can do something similar with the sound. And the sounds that you will hear are really rich and dense. So they allow you to experience both the overarching sound event as, okay, there is a sound which sounds like this, but they also allow you to get into the details. You can actually listen out for a lot of different details in these sounds. So it's a kind of a rich environment for your sonic perception. And in the meanwhile, you're likely to have thoughts and think anyway. But the mechanism is essentially similar, because what you can try to do is observe the thought. So you kind of have a peripheral attitude towards the thinking as well. So you're perceiving a thought popping up in the periphery, but your focus is not on the thought. So it's a very similar thing.
The focus is on the sound? Or?
The focus is peripheral. So it's so you have focused attention and you have peripheral attention.
But are they working at the same time? For example, with the curtain, if I focus on one point and also the peripheral, you mean like focusing in the peripheral and the center at the same time, or only on the peripheral? Or?
Well, actually, yeah, only the periphery.
Only.
So yeah, because that's, I mean, it's already not focus anymore. As soon as you're peripheral, it means you have a kind of stability, you have a sense of fixation, and a sense of richness at the same time. Right, so you're observing richness from a static position. You don't let it pull you along. Or at least the thing is that you observe how it pulls you. Right, so because as soon as you try to achieve something, it's gone. You're already in the focus. It means that something has been brought into focus. As soon as you have a judgment or a desire or anything like this, it's focusing you, right? So, and if you want to work against it, that's even stronger focus. So you cannot work against it. It's like, you cannot fight against domination, because domination is the fight. You cannot, it just doesn't work like that. So you just have to let it go, essentially. Let go of the focus and notice the things like that. And then the other thing that also happens with such rich sounds is that they can actually wash you. You can feel like a bath. That happens to people, even more so if you're physically tired. And the body goes really relaxed. So, by the way, if you use any relaxation techniques, go for it. If you like your slow breathing or anything like that, or you have a visualization, the point is to relax, to let it come through, really. Cool. Okay?
Yeah.
Cool, so let's try that. come with your heads towards the cymbals.
Okay.
I will try not to hurt you at all.
Great.
If that sounds credible.
Oh my god.
he was that cool.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
It's really nice.
Yeah, you guys went a bit deep, yeah? Hopefully.
It's amazing.
Great. Thanks, man.
It's a bath, you know. Yeah.
Now go for a swim.
It was an amazing experience. It helped a lot what you said before. There was I was really deep there, and there was a moment there was a fly that came to me. So I was a bit out with the fly, taking it out. But suddenly the fly left, so I was like, oh, I wanna come back to the place I was. So I was like, fully in it, and it didn't work. So I said what you said, yes.
Let it go.
Yeah, and I went. So it was really.
And when you let it go, in the end, it
Yeah. I
developed.
went.
It was,
Yeah, but it was interesting to see that I wanted to, and no.
And then it doesn't work. Huh?
Yeah. It's incredible to me, like I don't know how this thing works. For you, it's really complex to do this, or.
I'm a drummer, I collect cymbals. I've been doing this for a while. And actually this is my second time I've done it ever again.
Really?
And the first time I did it with small cymbals, actually, more like piggy stuff. And it was after my brother is a Pilates instructor. So after one class I just went and like ping a bit. And they enjoyed it quite a bit as well. But I've actually had it once after yoga class with a proper big gong.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, this works,
Yeah.
And then I got these custom made, these cymbals, kind of for this purpose. They're very light and very large. I mean, they can function as a jazz, but actually they're very washy, so they're kind of irregular.
Yeah, surprisingly rich in sub and bass tones
I've
too.
gone totally crazy with cymbals. In fact, we're making some ourselves. I have a friend who's a cymbal maker.
What is this?
This is a cymbal.
Hi-hat.
It's not a hi-hat.
So,
Hi-hat is a type of cymbal.
yeah.
This is technically like a ride cymbal, but it's not conventional. It's custom. So drummers have this normally, but it's made to be thin and large, 23 and 24 inch, for this kind of washy, rich sound.
That's really nice.
Super rich, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Like, and what was the good thing when we were thinking yesterday? We made around the walk where we should make it. Like there had options like rooftop, here or here, and I think this. You know why? Because it was the best choice. Because of the pavement,
You
the
actually
wood,
felt it.
and
Yeah.
the bass,
Yeah.
subs,
Vibrations.
sub bass, yes,
Yeah.
vibrations.
The bass, you felt the bass.
Wow,
down
and
there.
it was
Oh,
so
that's
good because in the roof we
Vibrations.
wouldn't have this,
Yeah, exactly.
and we fit with other parts of the body too because of the
Because
wood.
of the wood, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's really nice.
Wow, that was amazing.
Actually, there's a really interesting thing. A friend of mine in Czech Republic was doing it. It was actually a harp, but made as a table to lie on top of. So the harp maker was a bit of a explorer. So you actually have a bed harp combination together. So when you lie down, and it actually has also things that resonate where your head is, and also
Wow.
for the body. So whenever she plucks a string, it's like, it's like, fuck me. I've never felt this before, how this,
Wow.
and kind of highlighting essentially highlighting the tensions. That's what you want, really, because, and then it's up to you, once a tension is obvious, can you release it? Do you have to, whirlpool around a bit, or, does it invite another tension? It's because actually a thought is a tension. It's like, something wants something. It's but it's also about comfort and familiarity. The weird thing is that we seem to have some kind of neurological deep familiarity with this kind of sound, like really broadband, really rich. It can occupy you emotionally or mentally as well.
And it was really
Quite well.
strange, like yesterday you showed me once as an example. You remember
Yeah,
in the studio, and I found it really loud and a bit disturbing also. But now, like as a process that you came from soft up, it was really like opening blast, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Not unlike yesterday.
Unlike it was like,
Yeah.
obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also nice you have this combination of the big sound and the small sounds.
The
they are
dynamics,
very
yeah,
interesting
yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, and it
Those-
opened really the panoramic, and even out of this, like we was, I think as you said, we was more aware about the other things, not only this room but like birds,
Mhm.
then the irrigation system went off sometimes. Did you notice? It was very interesting sound to collaborate with,
Yeah,
with the soft tones and these things.
Yeah, I like the birds as well.
Yeah. And you got much sharper attention where it comes from, like just one single
It's one
small
single, yeah.
chip, and I knew where it was actually. Yeah.
Good, great. Recommend it to your friends.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Sure, sure.
Ah, you should do it more, it's cool.
Well, I mean, just organize it. I'm not too far away. In fact, the amount of symbols I have, I could easily lead them to your home.
But your plan is to do this in the island, or
Well, let's see.
You
I
are
mean,
just exploring.
just exploring. This was the idea we came up with yesterday. No, the day before yesterday.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah, so
So
it was
it's
No,
not
it's
spontaneous.
kind of exchange because Carla offered him a room, because actually the room he stays it was for one night free, and said, hey, why not give something in exchange, like
Yeah, very nice. We should roll this, right?
yeah. Some I will bring up to the roof. You know, but in the middle, or the, let's say, second part, you did something which was not that soft.
Scratching. Yeah, yeah.
Scratching.
That was super nice. That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like metal. Like.
And by the way, Carla left in the middle, or
No, she has to
At
go.
the end. At the end.
Yeah.
ah, yeah.
What? With what did you do there?
You want me to show you? This is
The scratch. Because
Well,
I
it's-
thought it's some plastic, or whatever.
no. It's actually. I mean, from physics, it's a slipstick motion, which is the same as screeching toys. So actually, what you do is, I rotate this slowly.
Oh, wow! Yeah, that's
It's
cool.
kind of the doors of heaven or hell screeching, going open for you.
Yeah, that's what this is some film music or something.
They lose it a lot in creepy films, obviously.
Yeah, that was a big contrast. Like,
I was 1 year ago actually
I don't
in
know,
Sweden in a place in Spaka.
David,
I
where
think
should
I
we
told
put
you about
that?
Yeah, you mentioned it.
Yeah.
Okay, some-
They were doing this,
Mhm.
this
Uh,
and this belongs here.
and most
Okay.
of the days it
To
was
the
Oh,
there's
in the
another
box
box.
there, huh?
Not this, but another behind.
Ah,
where
it's
the-
like-
And maybe you don't see it, but there is by the
I
slab.
think
over
you know,
there.
there is an
And-
interesting. I mean, for me, it's a kind of gig as well.
I will
Somewhere
bring
over there.
up some others to the room.
Ah, you filmed it, huh?
Always when I did music.
Oh yeah, I have to
Maybe
stop
we should- Yeah,
actually.
well, you have to stand like this and listen, and it's like, or sit, and it's like.
Yeah,
too much.
sometimes yeah, this is so nice because you just need to be there, you know, and let it go. So
Yeah,
because normal yoga class, I love it, but it's action. You need to be worried about what to do, to follow the thing.
Ah, yeah,
everything.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, Carla said at the beginning, like, oh, nice. I just need to lay down, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
At
yeah.
yoga you have to be worried about watching the
Yeah.
girls' asses. or
Follow
so.
instructions.
Yeah. So I'm 20 minutes with Mara, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I made once with Ayu, and it was not bad, but not bad. It was okay. I mean, sometimes I felt I'm weak for that. I mean, no, not so much force.
So this
Just
one,
give me,
yeah.
I can bring it up.
Thank you, lady. Thank you very much. It was really a gift.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like you don't do anything. You just your socks are just flying, and that's what we miss from recent work.
But that's the thing, right? That you do this that is so good for yourself, taking care of you, and at least me, I don't do this oftenly, you know? Like I'm always doing things, like,
Yeah.
and I'm not letting me to enjoy these things. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, thank you for coming. And Good news, Latko.